All right, welcome back. We are going to talk a little bit about the Hillary Clinton scandal situation, and in just a few minutes, I'm going to play an interview I had with a top government person. He wouldn't say what he does. He goes by the name Shallow Throat. Shallow Throat's going to give us some information about the Hillary Clinton email scandal, which is getting to a new level of ridiculousness. Loretta Lynch, the attorney general who has been appointed by Bill Clinton, she met with Bill Clinton just days before they said that they are not going to indict Hillary. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was suspicious. I honestly do not know if the email situation is illegal. I think it's definitely something to consider when voting for someone for president if they are not competent enough to handle an email account, or if they would do something that would get them fired from a job. If I worked for a place dealing with any level of confidentiality and I used a private server, I would be fired and I would certainly not be up for a possible promotion. But Hillary is up for a promotion. She I guess the only way to fire her is if we, the American people, decide not to vote for her. What's your alternative? Donald Trump. I mean, you're kind of in a lose lose situation. But people are now starting to, and I've seen some of this on social media, people who were even diehard Hillary supporters, they are starting to waver in their support. They are starting to waver in their support because of this email situation. And it is a big deal. People act like this is not a big deal, but it is. It really is a big deal. And it really just there's a level of incompetence that goes along with this. Like I said, any other job, I worked for the State House of Representatives. I would have been fired if I sent out an email on a private server or my personal email or did something outside of the email provided me by the Republican caucus at the time. I worked for the Republican caucus. It's just how business is. And if you're not competent enough to manage an email account, maybe you're not competent enough to be the president of the United States. I don't know. In Bill Clinton going to Loretta Lynch to talk about their grandkids, as he says, it's fishy. It reeks. It smells of elitist favoritism. It's exactly what it smells like, and it smells like exactly everything that Donald Trump is accusing her of. So I think that Donald is spot on with a lot of his claims about Hillary being this establishment elitist who gets away with murder almost, and he says actually that she has gotten away with murder. And if you read between the lines in some of his comments, I don't go that far. I could not claim that, but she definitely gets away with a lot in her position. And you look at this with Bill Clinton talking to Loretta Lynch. I don't know. It just seems extremely fishy. I have an interview with a gentleman. His name, he goes by Shallow Throat. We're gonna play that right now here on the River's Edge. So let's bring that in. I met with him a little bit earlier today. Shallow Throat here on the River's Edge. Hello, Shallow Throat. I have to ask you, is it true that Bill Clinton's meeting with Attorney General Loretta Lynch had absolutely nothing to do with grandchildren? Is that true? Is that the fact?
First off, Mr. Crawford, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to spread the light on this situation to your callers. It's very important to me that this information gets out, and I must say, Mr. Crawford, sir, that this had everything to do with grandchildren. Everything to do with grandchildren, sir.
Everything to do with grandchildren. I thought you said there was some sort of conspiracy, some sort of hidden meeting behind this. You came to us saying that you had some inside information, Shallow Throat, that this had nothing to do with grandchildren, or at least had something to do with Mrs. Clinton's lack of indictment, the indictment that did not occur, did not come from the Attorney General's office. So please elaborate for us if you can.
Well, you see, Mr. Crawford, I heard from a Secret Service member who was working for Mrs. Clinton, protecting Mrs. Clinton. I heard from him that he overheard Mrs. Clinton talking with a staffer who once ran into Bill Clinton, who was informed by former President Bill Clinton that he once dropped his grandchild off at a daycare, the same daycare that Loretta Lynch's daughter's child uses. So you see they're connected, and at that very daycare, one of the teachers, one of the daycare instructors, also is related to someone within the FBI, someone who may or may not have been working on building a case against Mrs. Clinton. So you can see this had everything to do with the grandkid.
That seems like somewhat of a stretch, sir, if you don't mind me saying. There's too many connections. You say this and I really don't fully grasp how you could know this. It just seems like a lot of steps in between you and the actual information. Is the information that you're giving us here now really that accurate? I really have to ask.
Mr. Crawford, sir, many top people have put their lives on the line to bring you this information. Sir, I would not make this up, Mr. Crawford. Sir, this is important. Your listeners need to hear this information. I'm telling you, this is coming from people who know people who know people who are connected to Loretta Lynch. I could be fired for giving you this information, sir.
All right, sir, okay. For integrity purposes, being that there are so many different steps between you and the information that you are giving us, I have to know what your name is, and I need to know what your position is within the federal government in order for me to take this testimony seriously. So, sir, if you can give us that information, please, your name and your position within the federal government.
Are you trying to get me killed? I could be killed for giving you this information. I am putting my neck out on the line. Do you have no regard for my life, for my liberty? Do you want me to be thrown away, locked in a prison cell for giving you that information? Because that, sir, is what you were asking of me. And personally, this is not worth risking my life over.
How can I confirm anything that you were saying as fact? Any of it?
I tell you, all of the great people of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that I know, top men in government. We're talking alien cover-ups. We're talking Bigfoot. We're talking mind control. Crazy motherfuckers. Trust me, I know my shit. I know these people. These people do not fuck around. I am telling you, this had everything to do with the grandchildren. This has absolutely everything to do with the grandchildren and the lack of an indictment. This had to do with Hillary getting off scotch-free. Crooked Hillary getting off scotch-free.
Wait, Hillary. Crooked Hillary. You just said Crooked Hillary? Are you working for the Donald Trump campaign?
Excuse me, Mr. Crawford. I need to go. Just make America great again.
All right, suspicious commentary or suspicious interview with Shallow Throat. I don't know how much stock I put into that. Very interesting revelation if it is true. So we'll keep following up on that story, and we will let you know what we find out. Obviously, he was using a throat modulator, and that was to protect his identity from possibly being discovered. So he refused to come on camera, refused to give his information out. So we did the best that we could for you. I hope it's helpful. We're gonna go into Jeremy Kaywood's Leaky Heart. That's the next song, and then we're gonna close up the show. Next, you're listening to riversedgepgh.com, powered by NJL WebTech. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for Funny Money and an awesome cast following that here at riversedgepgh.com.